Hello, hello. Barbara Cole-Selmaran here with the Empowered Relationships podcast. And I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend, Monique. She has got the voice of a choir of angels. And I want to share that. I hope you don't mind giving us a note. I didn't ask her that before we started this, but I wanted to interview her because what she's doing in the world is so important. And I'm going to be learning from Monique, and I wanted to introduce her to my people and see who wants to come on the journey with me.
Oh my goodness.
What do you do?
Well, I'm a speaker trainer. I help people with their voice to be more expressive, to be more powerful, to train themselves to get ready to be seen and heard. So whether it's the next podcast, the next presentation, or the next sales call, you are ready to go, connected within, so that whatever you say is seen and heard, and you're showing up as the expert you are. And it's my favorite thing to do, empower voices.
All right. So not just for speakers, but this applies with business meetings.
Absolutely.
What about speaking up at home?
Oh my goodness. And in relationships for sure. And how to have those difficult conversations without giving away your power. Mm-hmm. So this is what happens in a lot of times with my clients. When I'm working with them, they always talk about how they feel standing up in front of an audience, or if they're going to have a sales conversation, that they give away their power, if you know what I mean. So they become less of who they are, and it reflects in their voice. And so it's also an energetic thing. Right? There's some people that there's a certainty about them, and that they are
right here.
That whatever you do with them, they're going to have you. You're going to be okay. Right? When you're trying to have a conversation with someone and trying to say something that's difficult, a lot of times we either avoid it completely, or that sales conversation, right? To invite people in. We're so terrified.
I am.
Yes.
I hate sales.
It's because
a challenge for me.
We have in our mind that smarmy car salesman, right? Because that's what we think of as sales. Yeah. And so because we don't ever want to be that, we back away from the whole conversation or avoid it completely. Or you kind of show up kind of half of yourself.
Right, not authentic or not in alignment, authentic. Right? And then we can tell, I remember people that I've met and thinking something's a little bit off about that person. I don't know what it is.
And then you don't buy.
And I don't buy, or I don't get into business with them or into a relationship with them just because I can't put my finger on it, but something's off.
And that's the thing. So in my work, what I've discovered is that our voice is a reflection of our life experience.
Wow.
So, and of course, nobody talks about this stuff, right? In relationships or business, right? And what is business but relationships?
Of course.
And so what happens is, when you are not feeling connected to your, I like to call it your divine self, or your universal self, or your mojo, or whatever you want to call it, right? You become very outer directed. So if I'm into you, there's no me. And so what I work with my clients on is how to stay connected this way.
Okay.
So that you are breathing in your most centered way. You're sitting, your posture is such that you appear as though someone who has something important to say. You are always connected this way first. So whatever comes at you, you can pivot, right? If you're like this, you're off balance.
Yeah,
do you get that?
Giving away
and
so
you're
much,
giving away
right?
your power.
But
Exactly. When you're sitting in your center and you're speaking from there, your voice naturally releases down.
Okay.
And so it's not I am a voice coach, right? So I know how to manipulate the voice and how to get people to sing or speak.
Right.
And I do that as well, right? So there's some people I like to say, I teach you how to love your voice, even if you hate your voice.
Oh, I mean, that's what I need. That is why I'm going to be in your upcoming course.
That's right.
Exactly. Because I feel like I have kind of a monotone voice, and I haven't ever had any kind of vocal training. I've got a book coming out next year, and I would like to do my own Audible. I would like to read my own book. I love it when I have a book that's read by the author, because I feel like I'm connecting with that author. So I want to be that person. However, I feel like I have a monotone voice, and I've been a meditation teacher for so many years that I can put anybody to sleep just by talking to them. And that's not what we want to do,
No,
right?
that's
So
what we want to do.
me how to not do that. Now, something else that you said about being in balance and not, just constantly giving without being or receiving. So I am just coming out of this massive year and a half of burnout. It took me that long to pull myself out of it and to recover and take care of my health. And it sounds like if I had been more balanced and in alignment with my true needs, that maybe that burnout wouldn't have happened.
Yes. And it is something that is very common for those of us who are heart-centered entrepreneurs, right? We lead with our heart, so we're always giving it.
Yes.
Does that make sense? And so we understand ourselves to be nurturers, and we're all about the other. It's just, it's the way that we take care of our clients. It's the way that we, comport ourselves in the world. And when we learn to, and if you'll do it with me, would you do something with me?
Gosh, you're not going to make me
I
sing.
won't.
Not unless we go to karaoke and I have a couple glasses of wine first. But.
No, I won't make you sing. But what I'd like you to do is take a deep belly breath.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So just exhale everything and let your stomach fall back towards your spine as you exhale. And now let the stomach muscles go, and then inhale down and out. Yes, very good. Now just notice. You engaged your chest and your shoulders. So there's a tension and shoulders are coming up, okay? As opposed to, yes, but do that with the inhale. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Like that?
Yes. Do you feel that?
I'm an advanced breath student. But I forget to do it the right way.
That's right.
We all need reminders, right? I teach meditation, I teach breath work, but we all need reminders in our everyday life, because when we're not consciously focusing on that thing, then we fall into unconscious habits, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And when we are, like we have been, fully engaged with other people outside of ourselves for me, 6 days. You too, 6 days.
6
right?
days. We've been at this.
We've been at these conferences.
That are incredible, and 6 long days.
We are up and out.
Yeah.
We're up and out, right? That deep belly breathing brings us right back into our center.
Yeah.
So that you remember here first. So, and I always say, I love to say it this way. We're in charge of the inhale. So we release everything and inhale into this now moment. And the inhale is supposed to be a relaxation. So the belly is falling, is opening out as you to receive the inhale. Right? And then God is in charge of the exhale.
Okay.
Okay.
Or goddess.
Or goddess.
Or universe.
Or goddess. Or universe.
Your beliefs may be.
That's right.
We don't discriminate
No,
here.
absolutely.
We love all belief systems. So.
Absolutely. And so that's what I like to think of. That I like to think of it that way, because so often we're so concerned with what we're going to say that we in a way check out from the conversation.
I do that all the time.
Right?
When I'm going to be up next, I'm like, I'm not listening to the person who's ahead of me. I'm like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say?
That's right.
And not so present, not present.
Not present. So when you think of it that way, that the inhale is inhaling for you everything that you need to know so that you can speak from your most centered self whatever comes out is what's supposed to. And to trust that.
Yes, I have had those times where whether I'm writing or I'm speaking and the words are just flowing, that's happening with my book. The last year and a half, I've been trying to write my book. It's been like pulling teeth and you run out of teeth eventually. Like the book was going nowhere. And then all of a sudden something shifted. I shifted. I've had some breakthroughs. I've become in alignment with who I am and being my authentic self, regardless of who likes it or doesn't like
There it is.
And so now my experience is the book is just flowing.
Yes,
It's just
I love
flowing
that.
faster than I can write. And I've had that experience too with speaking. I'll listen to a recording or read something and it's like later, I'll read it or listen to it. And I'm like, I wrote that? Did I write that? Because it's divinely inspired, right? It comes through me and I am the instrument and it's about being in the moment, right? And being able to receive. And so if we're all tense and holding our breath and stuff, like there's nowhere for spirit to come in.
Literally
right?
no place in the, yes. And when we're tense and we've taken that tense inhale, the voice comes out a little squozen. Squozen, is that a word?
I love that word.
Squozen or squeezed off. Okay. It gets higher and from the throat.
Yeah.
When we're speaking from a body that has received the divine and is open,
yes,
all of a sudden the voice naturally responds in that way. Okay. So my course is for people who want to find their authentic voice and express it.
Yes.
And it's also for people who've worked all really hard on finding their authentic voice. And then now in my course, I'm going to help you unleash it.
Oh, we're going to unleash. I'm
excited.
Are you excited? I don't know what we're going to unleash, but
okay.
I know it's going to be good because I'm in a good place and that's what's going to happen. So when does your course start?
So my course starts November 1st. So that's next Tuesday.
We're in 2022
and
right
we're in
now.
2022. And I want to invite you to this. It's my favorite thing. It's my signature course.
Nice.
My clients love it and they take it over and over because you can always, you know how that is?
Yes.
There's so much. But then every time you take it, it sort of deepens because you've changed, right? So and it's live with me on Zoom, but everything's recorded so you don't miss anything.
Yay. And
I've got some fun bonuses just for you because I fell in love with this woman during these conferences. So when you sign up, you're going to get some bonuses just because you're coming as her guest. So the first module is about getting ready to be seen and heard, how to prime your energy before you appear on camera in any way or speak even live, right? So whether it's one-to-one or one-to-many, how to prepare yourself to be seen and heard. The second one is we're going to handle confidence issues and imposter syndrome once and for all. We're just gonna get it done. Okay, you with me? All right.
Thank goodness. That was a big part of my burnout, imposter syndrome. Like even famous people get imposter. Right. Not that I'm famous, infamous maybe, but not famous. Or famous. I heard that. Famous. I'm not famous yet. Famous. But even famous people like rock stars and such get imposter syndrome. Yes. So that is such a thing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then the third thing is I like to call it tuning voice to verse. So we're going to get super clear on your message. Whatever, whether it's for you as individual you or your message for your business. Okay. And we're going to tune your voice to it. And that literally means we're going to say it so that your voice finds its natural cadence to it. We're going to talk about, varying the speed and the pitch and how to do that, how to connect to your passion so that when you're speaking, you're always captivating your audience, and how to be fully present.
Yes.
Okay, we already touched
Yes.
on that a little bit.
And I find that when we're connected to our passion, it's like we're plugged in.
That's it.
Right?
It's like the lights go on.
Like we've got the electricity is flowing, you know?
Absolutely.
That's at least for me. That's
Yeah.
what passion connection.
That's right. And that's one of my little secrets, everyone. And you're going to have that too. And then the fourth one is a favorite that I do. Actually, I teach this as a workshop, a standalone. I call it call to action magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I like the magic.
Yes. So for those of you who hate sales, we're going to be constructing your invitation.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we're going to practice you standing in your power, voicing your value.
Yes.
And we're going to get it so that it's fun. Can you imagine that sales moment? It's going to be fun.
I need that to be fun. That will be a miracle in my life.
Really,
if sales can be fun.
What if you inviting people into your program were fun? How would your life change? How would your business change? Okay.
Okay.
And then the fifth one is all about engaging your audience and how to do that, whether you're on Zoom or in person.
Okay. Very different.
Very different. Very
it's hard as a speaker sometimes when we're just like staring at a screen and a box of little faces and we love you and then your camera's off and then you're going for coffee and you're petting your dog. It's if you're a speaker, you know it's hard. So I love being in person with people, but Zoom has been a good blessing for us too.
Exactly. So and we're living now in a hybrid world.
Yes,
so you need to be able to do both. So that's
flexibility is power.
Yes. And then the last one is how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. I
love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay. So that's the course. It's $9.97. You can go to themagneticvoice.com/mastery and you can read all about it and you can sign yourself up right away. Just go to themagneticvoice.com/mastery and I'll give you the link. So if you want to,
I'll share that in the show notes.
Yes. And you're going to get a bonus of many things, but you're going to get what I call speaker resilience session with me, where we're going to work on some of your limiting beliefs and we're going to clear them away.
Nice.
And this is especially fun for me because I'm creating a new course around this specific thing. So I'm super excited to share that with you.
Awesome. You are going to love hanging out with Monique. Like we just met 6 days ago and today's day 6 at this conference. I mean, we've literally been together for 12 hours a day for the last 6 days, and we're not tired of each other yet, you know? In fact, the whole group was brainstorming last night and she might be doing like a diva travel podcast and I'm going to be the glamping diva. Okay. If you know me, you know, I love to camp in the woods by myself, away from all people. So anything to do with camping, glamping, or RVs, I'm going to be the glamping diva. And if it gets pretty messy, then I'm going to be the dirty diva.
Oh, we love that.
And she gets to go to visit all the 5-star hotels and resorts and do that for her podcast, which maybe, you know, if
maybe you can come
to
too.
Carry your luggage. I can do that. But I get to do the glamping stuff. So
that's going to be fun.
You're going to love Monique. She's amazing.
And I have a gift.
What's the gift?
I have a gift for you. So these are my 5 secrets for caring for the most important tool that you have for your sales. I bet you can guess what that is. That's your voice.
Yeah.
So to get your gift, which I use them all the time when I was traveling and singing all over the world. Really, this is how I took care of my voice. And I'm going to share these secrets with you. Go to themagneticvoice.com/this time voice.
/voice. Okay.
So themagneticvoice.com/voice for your free gift on 5 secrets to take care of your most important sales tool, your most important asset, your most valuable piece of real estate right here your voice.
Absolutely. Because without our voice, like how can we get anything done in the world? And that's why it's so important to be true to ourselves and be in alignment, because otherwise our voice is croaky or squozy. Squozen. So, and I'm going to tell this to Monique. You all know that I'm a gong master teacher. You get to see some of that. And all of my teachers, I've studied with the grand gong masters all over the world. And they all say, and I teach my students, that the only instrument more powerful than the gongs is the human voice.
Oh,
so I knew you'd like that.
I love that. Oh,
okay,
my goodness.
So let's wrap this up. Your course starts. Tell me the date again.
November 1st. And don't, everything's recorded. So if you can't be there on the 1st, if you can only come, whenever you come, everything's recorded. So you don't miss a thing.
Okay. So they can even enroll late.
Yes, if you need to.
Okay. Yeah. And then is this just for women or is it also?
No, because I love men. So this is for anyone who is using their voice to persuade or cajole.
Nice.
Anyone who has presentations coming up or are appearing in podcasts or are definitely afraid of sales. This is
speaking. Or somebody's afraid of speaking.
Or afraid of speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. We're going to be working on either a presentation or your keynote speech.
Oh.
Right. So you get to choose. We'll choose together. And obviously we won't have time to do the whole thing, but we'll get the biggest, most nerve-wracking bits done.
Okay. Perfect timing, because I've got a big speaking event coming up later in November. So I'm glad I'll get those first 2 modules under my belt.
That's great. And isn't it always more fun to bring friends when you go to do these things?
Totally. Yeah. Like, so we're going to be in community together, right? And we're going to be learning and growing together. So I hope that some of you can join me on this journey with Monique. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. And this was a very impromptu interview for my vlog, podcast, and blog. However, I appreciate you for giving the sound being imperfect. We're in a hotel. We're in a public place. You've seen people walking back and forth. And I didn't even think of lighting until just now. So we're a little fuzzy, but you know what? That's okay, because it's the message. Like, we're not worried about perfection, because that just is a lie anyways, right?
Right.
So thank you for your grace with our low tech little interview here. But since that your class is starting, I wanted to get this out to people as soon as possible. And
I really appreciate it, Barbara. And
absolutely.
And here's my mission. And thank you, all of you, for helping me with my mission, which is to empower 10,000 voices.
Beautiful.
Because the world is in need of strong voices now more than ever. So please remember that your voice matters. And the world needs your voice and your message.
Strong voices coming from love.
Yeah.
And this woman, it just radiates love. Okay, can we get the Choir of Angels thing and we'll close it out? So 7 weeks from now, I'm going to sound just like that. Probably not, but my karaoke game is going to be better. You just wait and see. All right. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
My beautiful goddess.
We're hugging you too out there.
Hugs, virtual hugs. All right. We'll see you in class. Bye-bye.